everyone. Happy Friday here. I hope everyone's having a good start to their weekend. Okay. Okay, put it on, okay, put it on Twitter, too. Okay. How are you guys? Okay. Promised that we'd do a stream today. I started a little earlier, and I'll try to start even earlier, next Friday, too. Okay. TJ, I just can't do, infamous bounties, right?
Yeah. And blood money missions, if you're doing those either.
Okay.
Yep. Yep.
Will I please try out Elden Ring? Maybe. A lot of people are talking about that game right now. The thing is, though, with it, people say it's like Dark Souls and Skyrim put together. Hey, professional, I have a job interview tomorrow. I'm kind of nervous. What should I do? Well, if you mind me asking, what is this job interview for? Like, what type of job? Hey Pro, huge fan of you and keep doing the good work and keep up the good stuff. Thank you, Chicano. Thanks, man. No, I don't think the game's, well, it's pretty much dying at this point. Maybe you're even right. But this game is ultimately gonna die very, very fast, which is on track to if Rockstar does not release a DLC soon, and a good DLC. Can't be something like Blood Money. It's for an amusement park for the games. Oh, I'm assuming you would run like machines then? If you're, at the amusement park then? You know, don't be nervous, just, don't be nervous, try your best, talk about any previous job experience that you might have, had. I will tell you, though, there's a lot of, like, employers out there that, they pretty much, they waste your time, which is what I'll say. Because there are people out there, like, employers, when you come in for an interview, and within the first 5 minutes, they know that they're not going to hire you, but they still interview you regardless. And so what they do is, they just won't respond to you or anything. Like, they'll pretty much ghost you, like, right after the interview. Well, I'll tell you a story. My first job interview that I've ever had, it went bad. The first job interview that I ever had, and I got kind of pissed off at the manager, because at the place. And the thing is, the manager even talked behind my back after the interview, which I really didn't like that. And basically, what had happened was, one of my real life friends, he was working at this burger restaurant. And so what happened was, he told me that there's a position opening and that I should try to, come in. And I was going to come in to be a cashier. That's what I wanted to do. And so, anyways, this is like, my first job interview ever. This is like, 2012 when this happened. So this was, like 10 years ago. And what ended up happening is I went into interview and, she's just asked me if I've ever had a job before. And I said no. I told her I did odd jobs with my family and stuff and that I'm willing to learn. And then I'm quick to learn and everything like that. And she said, we'll get back to you soon. And I told her, like, I guess it was my, maybe I shouldn't have asked this question, but I asked her, like, you know, are you gonna tell me regardless of if you say yes or no, like, you'll inform me what the status of my application is, if I've been rejected or not? And she said, oh yeah, we'll tell you, don't worry. And so what happens is, no reply, nothing ever. Like, I didn't get hired, she didn't want to hire me, which is fine, but if she didn't want to hire me, my position was, you know, just tell me straight away, that's it, and just be done with it. But instead, what she did was she just basically ghosted me. She didn't, like a few weeks passed, there was no reply whatsoever. I remember I texted a number, I don't know if it was her number or the company, phone, but it could do messaging, and I asked, like, you know, what about my job application? Did you reject me or consider me? No reply, nothing. No reply to the email. And the worst part is, my friend that actually worked at the restaurant actually asked her about it. He didn't ask her about my messages or anything like that. He just asked her, like, did you interview my friend, Patrick? And she, according to my friend, she told him that, oh, do you have any other friends that have more job experience? That's basically what she said. And so, like, I personally, for me, I really didn't like that whole interaction with her. Like, it was just, you know, just tell me straight up, no, I don't have job experience, that you don't want to hire me, but don't do something like that, like, just, you know, just ghost me, and then talk bad about it to my friend also, too. Like, just say it directly in my face. Because that, that personally I didn't like. And I thought that, and the thing is that restaurant ended up closing down after a few years only, too, so she apparently did a poor job running the place anyways. So, but that was just, I just thought that was rude and just not nice. But just be aware of my experience that there's gonna be, like, you know, managers out there like that they're, the second they interview you, they know they're not gonna hire you, but then they're gonna just ghost you like that. So it's just, be aware that can happen.
That was a tracking arrow, but...
Oh, it's fine. I
I
don't care. It's fine. Don't worry about it. I know you want to visit Hokkaido, me too, but I want to visit Tokyo. Thank you, Jacob. Thank you for the super chat, man. Yeah, I want to visit Hokkaido one day. I just love the winter, and I think I'd really like it there. It's Japan's most coldest province. Oh, hey, hello, Jelly. I really like your cosplays. I think it's very cool to dress up as the character you play as, and I'll have more cosplays. I'll have more of them coming up, and especially when I do GTA 5 in like 2 weeks, I'll have a bunch of good cosplays for that. Bro, you just weren't experienced enough, and it's like I said, Ghostface. That's fine. But if I'm not experienced enough, the only thing that I ask is that I ask that you tell me that straight up. You don't have enough job experience, we're sorry, we can't hire you. That's it. That's all it would have been. You know, it still wouldn't have been happy, but at least I wouldn't have been pissed off, like with what happened with that job interview, because, like, you know, ghosting me and just, you know, ignoring me and my messages and my emails instead of just telling me straight up that you don't want to hire me. And then even saying that to my friend that the reason they didn't hire me is because of lack of job experience. So at that point, I know that, you know, she knew she wasn't going to hire me, and yet she never replied to me or never told me straight up. And so that just kind of bothered me personally. That was just it about it. Do you think we'll ever get a Godfather 3 game? I don't know. We'll have to see. I don't know what families you would fight in a Godfather 3 game, though, if they made that. Oh, I'm not really talking to many people, Brandon. We can invite you to the party, but I'm not really talking much in the party. I'm just talking on the stream mostly. I'll do more Assassin's Creed games. Oh, and just to let you know, Pro, I saw a YouTuber made a rude video about you, and I wanted to let you know about it. I don't care, honestly. Not to your comment, but I mean to the YouTuber's video. You know, there's people that upload like, you know, nasty videos of me. I don't care. You know, they can go ahead and do it. You know, it's their channel. They do whatever they want to do on their channel. I don't do videos talking bad about people on my channel, even people that I don't like. I don't make videos talking bad about them. So it's you know, there's you know, they can do whatever the hell they want to do on their channel. I really don't care. YouTube drama is just so, you know, it's just so stupid. I don't know, like, why, you know, why people get involved in this. And honestly, sometimes I think some of these people are sick in the head. Like, the people that do this YouTube drama stuff. Because, like, there's people on YouTube. Have you ever noticed that there's, like, certain YouTubers that always get into drama? Like, almost always, like, get into drama and arguments. It's almost like they enjoy it, in a way. And so it's like, that's just the way I see it. It's like some of these people are just sick in the head. It's just it's just, I don't know how you can enjoy something like drama or constantly participate in it. Wait until like maybe 2 minutes, guys, and then we'll deliver the bounty. Okay, we'll see you, Milo Gaming. Well, good luck at your interview. Drama gets views, so it's not views that I want. You know what I've always said about it is if I had a choice between having millions of views on my channel and people hating my guts, or having, you know, thousands of views and most people actually like me and respect me, then I'd rather have the thousands of views where people actually like me and respect me. Have you heard of TGG? Oh, of course. He's a good guy. Hey, Carlos. I'm doing good, bro. How are you, man? Hey, dude, shooting you a couple bucks and came across your content randomly, and I'm glad. Keep on going, and if you want to ride along drifting, hit me up. Oh, okay, well, thank you, 4Tracks. Thanks, man, for the super chat.
Hello, everyone.
Hey, Carlos.
And I'll tell you something about the drama thing. It's just like the people were saying is oh hey young Hebrew. Hey man, how are you? Yeah, you know, you know, it's not worth, you know, messing up your mental health to get involved in this drama. And thank you, Mr. Waifu. I've been personally struggling to get away from toxic online personalities, terrible people on the internet, to help myself on the drama topic. Yeah, it's just if you know anybody that, like, you know, causes drama constantly, it's like either, you know, you tell them to stop, or just stop hanging out with them. You know, that's probably the best thing that I can recommend you to do. But thank you, Jacob. Is there any language you would want to learn? Me personally, I want to learn Japanese, Chinese, Korean, Polish, Finnish, Dutch, and Spanish. Wow, that's a pretty unique list there. I speak Polish. I did want to learn a lot of the Eastern European languages one day. I also wanted to possibly learn Japanese. I did learn French for a little bit. I did it on Duolingo for like almost a year, but I forgot the vast majority of it. I just got lazy with it and I just stopped doing it. But I know Duolingo doesn't really teach you the language; it just teaches you the basics. Hi, Professional. Do you allow viewers to join? Sure, Ripper, but right now we're in a private lobby. because of just, you know, I just had to be in private lobbies because of just the situation with the griefers constantly joining me. But, you know, what I'll say about the whole drama thing is that, you know, there are people that will just endlessly, like, you know, start drama over, like, such stupid and pointless things. It's just ridiculous. And it's like I said, these people are sick in the head. Because they enjoy this. They enjoy starting the drama. They enjoy starting the arguments. I don't know how somebody can enjoy something like this, but there's people like this out there. And it's like, you know, there are even, like, YouTubers today that, like, attack me over something, like, from so long ago. Like, there might be a YouTuber today that might, like, upload a video and say, like, oh, professional criticized tryhards on GTA Online. Like, 3 years ago, he said something about tryhards. He said that he didn't like playing with tryhards or something like that. And it's like, you know, something that I said, like, 3 years ago, somebody's, like, gonna, you know, go back, you know, find that, and then they're gonna say this. And no, I don't think that all tryhards are, you know, bad people, despite what, you know, all these, you know, drama people were constantly saying. No. That's not the case. At that time, when I made those videos, I just got pissed off because a lot of the people that were joining my sessions and constantly, like, you know, killing me were identifying as tryhards, and so I got kind of annoyed at that and just them constantly killing people for no reason. But that doesn't mean that I think that all tryhards are, like, really bad people or something like that. But it was just, you know, like, oh, he uploaded a video 3 years ago saying that tryhards were, you know, annoying or something like that. It's like that blah 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 this. It's just so stupid. Happy Friday, Professional. How are you doing? Recently, I've been into making reacting videos. I also had a test in polynomial functions and passed. Making reacting videos. That's kind of cool, but what is polynomial functions? I don't know what that is, though. Thank you, Young, for the super chat. And thank you, Kevin. Hey, Mr. Professional, you should do a current events video on the invasion of Ukraine by Russia. I don't think I'm gonna do a current events video on that, but I did do a charity stream on it. It was on Vice City. I might continue the charity on it. I'm gonna have it on some of my videos, or on pretty much all my videos from now on, and I might do it for the part 2 for Vice City on Ukraine, also. So it's a lot of my videos are linked to it, and you know, I did the charity on it. But thank you, Kevo. But what I'll say is what I'll say also, Young Reacts, what I'll say to you, man, is that reaction videos are a very simple way to, like, grow your channel. It's a very easy way, like, anybody can do reaction videos, and people always want to see how other people react to things. So it's, you know, there's reaction channels are potential to grow really quickly. But what I will say about reaction channels is there's one thing dangerous about reaction channels, and that is copyright. Because these music companies and the people that upload these videos and stuff, they don't seem to understand, these companies, that people are just reacting to it. What they're doing is fair use. But yet, they will constantly claim your video. Okay, I'll see you, Jelly. Take care, man.
Oh. Hello.
I mean, Reddit Online isn't a... You know, would you not say that GTA Online is also limited by its time? Because people say that as well, because GTA Online, if it's in modern day, it should not have most of this stuff in it, like the futuristic flying cars or motorcycles. GTA Online is actually getting out of its time. So it's, the most trouble that I ever got with my parents when I was a kid, I honestly cannot think of it. I was generally a well-behaved kid. I did not really cause that many problems when I was growing up.
Ain't you a mess? How are you?
Explain these psychopaths. Gary Smith from Bully, Micah Bell from Red Dead Redemption 2, Claude Speed from GTA 3. Well, JD, I don't know who Gary Smith is. I'm assuming that's the main antagonist in Bully. I have to play that one day. I've never played Bully. Micah is an opportunist. You know, he's a psychopath, but he's an opportunist. Micah goes wherever he feels he's going to benefit the most from it, and so he's going to constantly use people. He has, you know, no conscience, no, you know, remorse for other people, just like Claude. Claude is just a gun for hire. Claude does not care what he has to do as long as he gets paid for it. So you can ask Claude to do the worst thing ever, and he'll do it as long as he gets paid for it. I was just asking because I'm trying to get $1,000 or over to get the Strong Moonshine upgrade. Oh, okay, Ripper. Well,
Hey, don't touch me.
I mean, how many people do we have right now? We could possibly get you in here now or even later.
Well then, have a look.
But trying to get $1,000 or over to get the Strong Moonshine upgrade. Well, Ripper, are you on PlayStation? And thank you, Jacob. Is there something wrong with somebody's mic? I just hear myself repeating a little bit, but thank you, Jacob. I know you said last stream that you're not really a music guy, but some punk bands I would recommend are Bad Brains and the Misfits. I heard of the Misfits, but I haven't heard of the Bad Brains. But I'll look into it, Jacob. Thank you for the super chat. Okay, I'm gonna buy some ammo here.
Take your time with that.
Do you think people will buy GTA 5 again? I wasn't expecting much from Rockstar, but I'm still disappointed it's just a PC port. I think they will. I think a lot of people still will get it. I'm gonna get it because I I promised people that I would do a playthrough of it, though I don't think it's gonna be I don't think that it's gonna be really worth it. I'm gonna do it because I wanted to do a playthrough of GTA 5. So even though I'm not the most happy about getting it, I wanted to do GTA 5 is really the only GTA game besides Chinatown Wars that I haven't done a story playthrough of. And if I do a GTA 5 story playthrough of, I might as well do it on the expanded and enhanced to see if there's anything different. But if I wasn't a YouTuber, no, I wouldn't have gotten it, and I don't recommend other people to get it unless you really want it. That is. What did you think of Russia attacking the nuclear power plant in Ukraine? It's like they want to cause another Chernobyl then. I honestly don't know what they were thinking. I saw that happen. It was only like an administration building or something like that got hit. Thankfully, it wasn't the reactors, but that has the potential to be catastrophic. That was just really bad there. Thankfully, nothing bad happened. Still a war, but I mean like that the reactor didn't get hit. Oh, okay, Venturous. Well, we're gonna help Brandon sell his trader wagon, and so that will give you like a bunch of money anyways to help you get money for your moonshiner. Saucer, are you still here?
Yes.
Could you invite Venturous 138? Because I could add you later, Venturous. I just can't add anybody to the I just can't add anybody right now during the stream because I just have to clear a spot in my friends list because my friends list is just full. But I don't delete people for no reason. I just do it when there's like somebody's been offline for like a long time, like more than a year, or if they do something bad. Oh, and thank you, Kevo. Thank you, $20 super chat. Also, not sure if you heard of this game, but it's called The Warriors. It was developed by Rockstar back in 2005 and is available in the PlayStation Store as a PS2 classic. It's a fighting combat game. I recommend it. I heard about The Warriors. People have told me to play that a lot, and people have said it takes place in Coney Island also. I could look into that. Hey Pro, feeling a lot better. Having anything pickled and staying hydrated is what helped me through my food poisoning. Oh right, I remember you had food poisoning, so it's good. It's good that you feel better. I'll do a Watch Dogs 2 playthrough. Yeah, Coney Island is Firefly Island in real life. Yes, it is. We can just, I'm just gonna cut him off the way around. Yes, I think I'll play my favorite Fallout game one day, Fallout 3. I think I'll play that. I like Fallout 3 a little better than New Vegas. I like almost both of them equally, but I would say I like Fallout 3 a little bit better. I know most people prefer New Vegas over Fallout 3, but I like Fallout 3 better just for the simple reason that it was you could play after the ending. That's what I did appreciate about it. I just didn't like how, like, in New Vegas that you worked so, like, hard to, like, you know, help one of the factions win, and then you don't even get to see what happens after the game. You do see the little credits thing, but I always wanted to be able to play after the ending. Do you know the Statue of Happiness head is modeled after Hillary Clinton? Yes, I do. Because Hillary Clinton had blamed Grand Theft Auto for, like, for violent crime in real life. And so Rockstar put that in there to make fun of her. Hey Rich, how are you, man? Oh, it's morning in Australia, right? Australia has a very different time zone. What do you prefer, Watch Dogs 1 or 2? I haven't played Watch Dogs 2, but I've seen gameplay of it. From what I've seen, I'd say I prefer Watch Dogs 1, just because Watch Dogs 1 seems like a more darker game to me. Like, am I right on that? For, like, people that played Watch Dogs 2, because, like, Watch Dogs 1 seems like it's a more serious and, like, darker game in, like, the story. Like, it's more gruesome and violent. Like, or Watch Dogs 2, it's more like, you know, I guess, you know, they're still fighting people and people die, but it's just more like, I don't know, I guess, like, GTA 5 style, where it's kind of, like, action-themed, but it's not, like, it doesn't have that dark, you know, criminal atmosphere to it. So I'd say, like, Watch Dogs 1 is, like, most comparable to GTA 4. Which faction is the most dishonorable in Watch Dogs? Fixer, Chicago South Club, the Viceroys, the Pawnee, or the Bloom Corporate? The most dishonorable? The worst one? Probably the Chicago South Club. Because the Chicago South Club were the ones that were really running things. Yeah, it was probably the Chicago South Club, I would say. And Lucky Quinn was like a psycho. Like, Lucky Quinn was a really bad guy. Thank you, JD, for the super chat. And thank you, Jacob. I personally think that GTA 5 story sucks. Well, a lot of people share your opinion also on that, Jacob. I don't think that the GTA 5 story sucks, but I think it's the weakest story in the series. I do. I think that, I think even GTA 3 has a stronger story than GTA 5. That's how I feel, because in GTA 3, it still had, you know, that dark criminal atmosphere to it, and it was like, even though it didn't have as much of a story as like Vice City or San Andreas, it was like, you know, Claude working his way up to get revenge on Catalina. But, like, you know, GTA 5 was just all over the place with, like, a lot of the stuff in it. Yeah, I kind of agree with you on that. Like all the GTA games, I've beaten them multiple times, but like GTA 5, I've probably completed the least amount of times. I do remember the story perfectly still, but GTA 5, I've only beaten it really 2 times. Once on PS3 and once on PS4. That's it. I did not beat it more than that. No, I never played the Incredible Hulk game. Saucer, were you able to add Ripper by any chance?
Did they send me a friend request?
Oh,
That's probably the best way.
Yeah, let me ask him. Ripper, are you still here in the chat?
My PSN is easy. It's Saucer Cats. One word.
Yeah, could you send Saucer Cats an invitation, or a friend request, Ripper? And what's your PSN again? And he'll invite you and I can help you. And we can also invite another person later on, but we only have room for one more person in this lobby right now. And also, I think GTA 5, if you think about it, I think has the least believable story in it. Yeah, GTA 5 is probably the most unrealistic story out of all of them. I'm not saying that GTAs are supposed to be realistic, but GTA 5 has the most unrealistic story out of all the GTA games. Even San Andreas' story is more realistic than GTA 5. GTA 5 has some ridiculous things. You're stealing like a government neurotoxin. It's like the FBI and the CIA are about to go to war with each other. It's like you're stuck in the middle of it. It's like he fakes his death so that he can and works with like a corrupt agent to get a new identity. Like yeah, even the San Andreas, like even the Torino stuff in San Andreas is more realistic than that. Okay, at least Torino was based on real CIA agents that were like involved possibly in like the cocaine trade, but at least that's a conspiracy. That was the Pine Barrens legendary pyro. I got my income taxes. Also, dare me to donate you 2 or 3K. Although I'll probably go broke. Well, I appreciate the super chats, Kevo, but you don't have to donate to me. It's okay, man. Thank you for the super chats, though. It's like
My brothers will avenge me.
I don't want anyone to ever feel like they have to donate to me ever. Like I don't want anyone to ever feel like that. The only time I actually ask for donations ever is when I do charity streams, and that money doesn't even go to me; it goes to the charities. So that's the only time I ever ask people to do donations. I have never once ever on my channel asked for like a donation ever. And there's a lot of like entitled like YouTubers and Twitch streamers out there who believe that their audience has an obligation to give them donations, which is like one of the scummiest things that like you know I've seen and I've heard of. But like, you know, these YouTubers and these Twitch streamers have like really like, you know, scummy like, you know, attitudes. The way they see it is they say, oh, you get free content and all this other stuff, but no, they don't. They don't get free content, because when they watch your YouTube channel and when they watch your Twitch channel, they watch ads on that, and that ad revenue goes to the Twitch streamer or the YouTuber. So no, people are not watching it for free. So contrary to what these entitled like YouTubers and Twitch streamers are saying, no, They're not watching it for free. I mean, like when you watch a TV channel, are you watching it for free? You know, you're watching the commercials. So the TV channel is making money off of those ads. So it's
If their neck breaks when you drop them in the cell, it still counts as alive.
Yeah, well, thank you, Mr. Waifu. For instance, some are bad at games and beg for donations. Yeah, it's just, and it's like nobody has an obligation to give anybody like a donation. That's just Why would you play this dead game? I wouldn't say this game is dead, but I like playing it, and also I'm playing this game to still raise attention for it and talk about the issues going on with it. Hey Pro, have you ever heard of a PS2 game called Narc? It's a very ridiculous. You play as a cop and you take drugs you take from dealers. It's hilarious. No, I have never heard of that, Bunny, but I should look into that. You're my favorite gaming YouTuber, that's why. Also, not sure if you got my $10 donation I sent about 8 minutes ago. Well, it was just the, you mean the two $5 super chats that you made? I've seen your super chats. I thank you for it, man. I do appreciate it. Thank you. But I always appreciate any super chat that people give to me. But don't ever feel like you have to give me donations. I don't want anyone to ever feel like that. But I always appreciate anything that people donate. Who's worse, Claude or Catalina? I think Claude is Catalina is more reckless. I wouldn't say that one is worse than the other, but I would say Catalina is more reckless. And more unpredictable. Thank you, Jacob. And thank you, Patrick. Thank you for sponsoring my channel again. Is bounty hunting from the Wild West still a thing in U.S. law enforcement today? Yes. But it's very different than like back then, because like back then you they could just kill the person and just bring them in, so they didn't even have to bring them in alive. Like it was just it's kind of similar to what it is in Red Dead. That was basically what happened, is they would just bring the person in. But usually bounty hunters would not work by themselves. You would not see solo bounty hunters. That was not as common. It'd usually be groups of bounty hunters that would go around, and usually the bounty hunters would not be going after one specific target. They would be going after a bunch of different bounties in like the area, because they might waste their time just looking for one target that left the area. So they might be looking for like a bunch of targets. But as for bounty hunters in modern time, they also exist. Bounty hunters today, they need permits in most states to operate, and their use of lethal force is very limited. Like if they get attacked, yes, I guess they can use lethal force to defend themselves, I'm assuming, in most situations, if it's a deadly situation at least. But in other times, like they can't just draw their gun and just, expect to just arrest somebody or catch somebody. They can have like a weapon like a taser or something. Like if you ever watch that guy Dog the Bounty Hunter, for instance, he's not like armed really with like deadly weapons. So that's the thing. And also another thing is, with bounty hunters back in the day, is the pictures were not very clear. So bounty hunters could actually accidentally capture or kill somebody that looks like the person but isn't the person. And so there's potential to make massive mistakes. And so bounty hunter might come into town with a dead guy, and the sheriff looks at him and is like, this is not the guy, and then the bounty hunter gets hanged. So that's that could happen. From a law enforcement perspective, because that is what I took in college, I don't really have much of a problem with bounty hunters, but they have to know what the hell they're doing. That's just what I'll say about it. Because there have been a lot of cases where bounty hunters have messed up. Like, I don't know if you guys seen that video, but about this one stupid bounty hunter. This guy's like a complete moron, and I don't know how the case ended. But basically what happened was, this bounty hunter had gotten a tip of this like guy that he was looking for at this one specific address. And so the bounty hunter just followed that tip without checking out whether the tip was reliable or anything. But he just went to the address. I think he actually kicked down the door at the place. And do you know whose house he broke into? He broke into the police chief's house. That's whose house he broke into. This is not like an Onion news story. This is a real story. This really happened. Just look it up. Bounty hunter like attacks police chief's house, and you'll see that. And so the guy that gave him a tip was doing a prank on the bounty hunter, and the bounty hunter fell for it and went to the police chief's house, and that had actually happened. But that bounty hunter had gotten arrested and was facing legal charges. I don't remember how the case ended, but that's just, you know, that's just the situation. Bounty hunters aren't allowed to enter homes without being invited in, of course, because they have they don't have warrants. So that's they can't just enter somebody's house without when they feel like it. But it's bounty hunters though. That's why bounty hunters will wait for the person to be outside. When they're outside, then they can get them. But Happy Friday, Patrick. Hope you're doing well. I've been really enjoying the Godfather playthrough. Thank you, Eric. Thanks, man. I'm glad that you enjoy it. Thank you for sponsoring my channel again. Which faction was the largest in Watch Dogs? Illegal gangs and organization. Bloom counts. Oh, Bloom. Then Bloom is the largest one, but the worst one was the Chicago South Club, I would say. But what I'll say about, like, what's his name? Like, with Dog the Bounty Hunter, I used to watch him when I was a kid. But, you know, what I've always noticed is he almost, like, it's almost always the same thing. Like, he captures the person, and right after he captures the person, he, like, lectures them and, like, tells them about, like, you know, what they did was wrong and stuff like that, and then I get it. I get him to an extent. You know, he seems like a good person, and he's trying to get some people to change. Maybe he's doing it for publicity also. But what I'll say is that some of these criminals are, like, really hardened criminals. And so you could try to talk to them and try to tell them, like, you know, what you did was wrong and you can't do stuff like this. You can't hurt people. These people won't care. Like, they won't. Some of these guys are like cold-blooded killers. Like, they have no conscience. They will not care whatsoever, and there is no hope for what's the word that I'm looking for? Rehabilitation. Some people cannot be rehabilitated. They can't. And the thing is, though, a lot of people don't understand that, because some people think that every single person can be rehabilitated. I don't believe that, personally. I think that some people can be rehabilitated, and I believe in second chances generally, but there are some people, like really bad people out there, that no matter what you do, they will not be rehabilitated. Like, not whatsoever. Like, do you think that some of these mobsters in, like, the Sicilian Mafia, for instance, or even, like, some of the people like MS-13, or even cartel members, like, some of these people, they cannot be rehabilitated. They are just, they should be in prison for the rest of their lives. They're just, like, really bad people. They have no conscience. They don't care about anything. These guys could murder an entire family, and they won't even care at all. Like, nothing. No remorse, nothing. A complete psychopaths, sociopaths. Like, it's just, you know, some people are just like that. But that's what I personally don't buy that. Like, when people, it's because there are some people out there that believe that every single person can be rehabilitated. And I'll tell you, from a law enforcement perspective, I don't believe that. There are just some really evil people out there that they will not change, no matter what. Who do you think is a more incompetent gang boss, Jimmy Pegarino or Ricardo Diaz? Probably Diaz. Yeah, probably Diaz is even more incompetent. What's his name? John Gotti. You know, John Gotti didn't live very long after he had gotten sick. But John Gotti, like, do people think somebody like that is gonna change? No, they're not gonna change. He even tried to organize a hit on somebody from prison. So it's just, that just shows you that. But, you know, what I was saying about Dog the Bounty Hunter is, like, some of the things that he says to some of these guys, like, when he tries to convince them to do the right thing, maybe he gets through to some of them, but I guarantee you there's a lot of these guys that he's talked to, they don't care at all about the things that he says. The only remorse some of these people will show is the only remorse they'll show is when they get caught. They will cry for themselves that they're gonna face life in prison or something like that, but they're not gonna cry for their victims. They're not gonna cry for the bad things that they did. I actually wonder if Rockstar Games deliberately wrote the story of GTA 5 to feel like a parody of the Hollywood movies. I don't know. I think that... You know what I think could have made GTA 5's story much better? GTA 5's story could have been much better if they actually had a more intimidating antagonist. If they had, like, a more scary antagonist, I think they could have made the story, like, much better. Like, what's his name? Chang? Was that the guy's name? What was the name of the Triad boss? Was his name Chang? In GTA 5, the Triad boss seemed pretty intimidating, but he had minimal appearances, like in the GTA 5 story. If anything, Chang should have been the main antagonist, not Devin Weston, and they should have given him more screen time. That's what he should have been more of the main antagonist. Like Devin Weston is like a joke. Like Devin Weston is really the only GTA antagonist that I don't find intimidating. Like, every single GTA antagonist is intimidating. Every single one. Even Massimo in Liberty City Stories. He was the weakest antagonist before Devin Weston. I think even Massimo is a better antagonist than Devin Weston. So it's just, Devin Weston, I never found him to be, like, intimidating or anything like that. I just found him to be annoying.
I agree with that. David Weston is definitely one of the worst antagonists.
Yeah, I don't know what, you know, I don't know how they thought Devin Weston would be a good villain, but it's... Devin Weston, Stretch, and Steve Haynes are complete jokes compared to Dimitri, Sonny, Frank Tenpenny, Catalina, and Jerry Martinez. Yup. Thank you, Mr. Weifu. And what about Wei Cheng? Oh, his name was also Wei, okay. Well, that was, thank you, Pierce. Thank you, Pearson, for the super chat. Well, Micah's not our GTA antagonist.
Bro, do you think there's hope for Red Dead once they are done with expanded and enhanced?
Do I think there's what?
Hope. Like
for-
they're going to update the game or do
For Red
something
Dead
with it,
Redemption?
save it. Yes. Red Dead Online.
I don't know. We'll have to see, but, like, you know, Rockstar could end a lot of this stuff. Like, all of this stuff that's going on right now, Rockstar could easily end this. The vast majority of this. All they need to do is just go on the Newswire tomorrow and just post, like, a simple article saying, like, we hear your voices loud and clear, and we promise to make content for Reddit Online, and we promise a big update coming out this year. Just that. That's it. It doesn't even need to go into so much detail. It doesn't even need to have screenshots, but at least something that acknowledges that they care. But there's none of that.
Yeah, like it's just a little paragraph. That's all they have to do, but they won't.
We have your lover, Mr. Phillips. Well, that's what I was saying, is even though I think GTA 5 did have the weakest story in the series, what I will give GTA 5 is that the story was hilarious. So there was times with the story where it was really funny, but I still think it does have the weakest story, though, in the series. Oh, hello, Jelly. Am I able to join still, or is it full? Did you send Saucer Cats a friend request, Ripper?
I tried inviting. I didn't have the option. It was still grayed out.
Maybe I'll find nothing.
Sorry, just to be clear, like I accepted the friend request, and I see him in the list, but I can't invite him to the session.
Oh, is he appearing
It's
online?
disabled.
Yeah, he's probably turning online then, if his name's great. No.
Are you appearing online, Ripper? What I hope with GTA 6 is I hope that it has a good story to it. And if they do Vice City, and that's a big if because we don't know where it's gonna be, if the city is Vice City, they have to do it like the other GTA games, because they can't pull this heist crap again with GTA 6. Now, what I'll say is that one of the reasons that GTA 5 had a really weak story, it's something that people don't want to admit to. And the reason that it had a weak story was because of the heist spam. Because when you think about it, GTA 5, like, some of the main plot points in the story were heists. And so, to be fair, the game did revolve around a heist gang from the Midwest. So, I guess there's that. But if they had focused way more on story and less on just spamming these heists, I think they could have done something better with it. What do you mean I killed him? No, I didn't kill him. Oh, thank Jesus. But I did kidnap his wife. Oh, no. Yeah, I remember that. And look, I'm not saying that, thank you, Mr. Rafe. I'm not saying that GTA 6 should have no heist. That's not what I'm saying by any means. I mean, look at GTA 4, for instance. GTA 4 was a very strong in story. GTA 4, I think, had the best story in the series. But GTA 4 had, what was it, one big heist in the story, and that was great. But it didn't spam it. Like, glory to Ukraine. Oh, thank you, Christian, for the, super chat. And, hopefully that this war ends, and it's just so bad what's happening right now in Ukraine. Thank you for the super chat, man. True, heists were fun for gameplay, but uninteresting for story. Yep. Why did they kill Aldo's dad? Oh, it's unknown exactly. You know, Barzini was probably trying to move in on his territory. That's probably what happened. What do you think of Jackie Jr. from The Sopranos, an idiot who thought he was a mobster? Red Dead Redemption Sheriff looking at the dead guy. Yeah, that's not the bandit we were after. Me as a bounty hunter. Whoops. Yeah, that actually happened back then. Thank you, Nate, for the super chat. Do you think China could invade Taiwan soon? That is a possibility, depending on what happens in this depending on what happens in this Ukraine conflict. China could feel well, what's the word that I'm looking for? Feel the confidence to invade Taiwan. That's possible. Wasn't Taiwan suffering from blackouts not long ago, and they weren't sure what caused it? But thank you, Mario and Nate. Would you like to make a lore video about the origin of the Lost vs. Angels of Death Wars? Yes, I will eventually make a video on that, Jacob. I just don't know when. But I'll get around to it.
Evening, mister.
You damn idiot!
The content in GTA 5 sucked. All you could do was buy cars and stocks. No casino, no illicit business, no use of gang members. Franklin, GTA 5 story mode is hollow. Yeah, I mean, they did have a few businesses that you could buy, but I didn't really feel that they were interesting. Not like the Vice City businesses. They were so much better. AMD and NVIDIA are from Taiwan. I didn't know about that. Pro, is El Rubio a potential antagonist for GTA 6? Yes, very much so. But he's not going to be a main antagonist. I can't see him being a main antagonist. But Rubio, the reason that you can't kill Rubio is because obviously robbing his island a second time. But also because he's he might appear as an antagonist in another GTA. That might happen. So Rubio has the possibility of coming back. Why? What people don't understand is that Cayo Perico is not very far from Vice City. That's what people don't understand. So Cayo Perico is in the Caribbean. It's much closer to Vice City than to San Andreas. Vice City is Miami. So that's where, you know, if they do a game in Vice City, it should be about building a criminal empire like the other two games and focusing on the drug trade. And what is El Rubio? He's a drug lord.
Well, well, well. Is Is this for me? Cells are downstairs.
I'm doing a lore video on,
This here is your end of a good deal.
I am doing a lore video on, the good things that CJ did. That I have coming up. Do I think Michael was a bigger scumbag than Devin? No. I don't,
You can invite Venturus to the posse if you want.
Oh, he's here? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I gotta make
Fool's Gold
one
is
spot
now
hold.
if you want to do that.
But if we finish it, will we still be in the private session?
Oh yeah, there. If one person stays in here, we could, but one person would have to stay in here.
I mean, I'm up for doing Fool's Gold. I wouldn't mind doing a little PvP, but I just don't want to lose the private session at the same time.
Yeah, somebody would have to stay in here. That's the bad thing about it. Somebody would.
Wait, they have other private sessions?
No, my friend did the private session thing to help us out.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's also a possibility. Is Mario is that there's a lot of corporations that unfortunately suck up to the Chinese government.
AKA John Cena.
Yes, the Mafia existed in the 1890s, but I don't think it was called the Mafia yet. You'll stay, Brandon? Okay.
Yeah, if he stays, then he can invite us back. Yeah, that'll work.
Okay.
Let me just
Who's more evil, Claude or Dimitri? Dimitri. The one thing I will say about Claude is that Claude at least is not a coward. I'm not saying he's a good person, but at least he's not. He doesn't cower in fear and expects other people to do his dirty work. Claude will actually go out there himself and fight.
There is a daily to kill with the bow as well.
Oh yeah, the homeless guy did go to Vice City. Remember that? He bought a bunch of gun shops in Vice City, so he could be in Vice City when you go in the gun shops. Okay, I'm joining the Fool's Gold. Thank you, Jacob, for that super chat. Oh, well, I tried to invite you before. I guess it was because I didn't remove the person from the posse. But just stay in that session, Venturous, and we'll be right back. What does the CIA and the FBI do? Does somebody have their mic on? Because I just hear it, or some background thing, because I hear my voice. CIA, that is the Central Intelligence Agency. That's basically like, spies. That's the CIA is not supposed to operate in the U.S., but most of us know that's a lie. They probably do operate inside the U.S. The CIA does operations in other countries a lot. But I'll tell you something about the CIA. The CIA, for most of their history, the CIA have not been good guys. And I'll say that very much so as I don't know why this guy wasted an explosive, thing on me, but I'll say that as an American, the CIA did some really, really bad things in their history. Like, if you just look them up, like, they have a history of doing some really nasty things. They're not as ruthless as the KGB. The KGB were worse than them, but the CIA are not saints themselves. They did some bad things. During the Cold War, the CIA supported some really nasty dictators. Like, they helped dictators come to power during the Cold War. There's also conspiracies that they were involved in the drug trade. That's why Torino in San Andreas sells drugs. There's conspiracies that the CIA had funded like cartels and were selling drugs. And the reason that they did that, if they did it at all, was because when they sold drugs, they would get cash. And so that cash would not be as easily tracked. If they got money from the federal government, that money can be tracked and they could see what they're doing with it. But, there's all these conspiracies about the CIA. I think the CIA was also involved with the mind, control experiments, and that was actually a thing. You can look that up, so it's not even really a conspiracy. but they did some bad things. And I think that a lot of people don't realize that about the CIA's histories. They did some really evil things. Let's see if I can get this guy with the armor here. Yeah, this... I don't know why this guy over here is shooting at me, because... Yeah, see, like, I don't even know why he's shooting at me. I'm not even the guy with the armor over here, but... Mind control like in Call of Duty Black Ops? Yes. It was called Project MK Ultra. I think that's what it was called. How did I not take any damage from that? I don't know how I did not take any damage from that explosive arrow, but it's whatever. Oh, come on, dude. Seriously, like, I killed the guy with the armor fair and square, and you're gonna use explosive rounds. Seriously, like, it's... I can't stand when people do stuff like that. It's like, I killed the guy with the armor fair and square, did not use explosive rounds or anything. And then it's just... Like, come on, dude. Seriously, like... What rank are some of these people? Most of these people are not very high ranks, but it's just... I'm like, come on, dude. Guys, just don't let him win. I don't care who wins in the posse. Just don't let the guy with the explosive rounds win first place, please. Ah, no. Damn, Kirsten, I was about to get him. Ah, whatever. Ah. What the? I don't even know where I was getting shot from. I hope that wasn't an explosive round. He kept his head down, helps people forget. That's from Vice City, and Lance says that too. Try to put split point rounds on this Litchfield. That should help get some accuracy. Or yeah, here. I should literally craft some explosive rounds just so I have them for like modes like this. So if people spam them, I can use them back. Wow, I couldn't even get a lock on and I got hit. Damn. Where's my money, Tommy? Yep. You know, one of my favorite lines also in Vice City is when Ken Rosenberg calls Tommy panicking about Sonny, and Tommy just says this. Tommy just says to Ken Rosenberg, "Stay off the idiot fuel and look after yourself." I like that too. Wow, surprised that didn't hit him. Okay. I'm guessing you were planning on doing it, but would you make a lore video about Billy and Brian betraying Johnny? Oh yeah, that one's coming up. I have so many lore videos planned, guys, but these videos, they're gonna be coming out over months. So there's like gonna be a few lore videos every month, but I don't know, like, you know, exactly which lore video is gonna be out when, because the lore videos just take me time to make, guys. Like there's a lot of editing in them. I gotta do a lot of research. Yeah, the Lich field is kind of inaccurate, but it does do a lot of damage, though. That's what I like about it. It does damage. Hi, I just wanted to say that I really enjoy the content. I started playing Red Dead Online more. I wanted to ask, which are the best weapons to get? I guess it really depends on who you ask, but I think most people, including myself, would agree that the best weapons to get are the bolt-action rifle and the Lich Lancaster, not the Litchfield, Lancaster. Lancaster repeater is almost overpowered because it has such a fast fire rate and it's so accurate. So you can just get headshots with that like crazy. A bolt-action rifle, it's also pretty accurate and does a significant amount of damage and has a pretty fast fire rate. I like using different guns. Like, I like to mix things up, and I've been having a lot of fun with the Springfield rifle, because the Springfield rifle, it's a single-shot rifle, but it's pretty powerful, and so that's what I like about it. I wish that you could fire the rolling block rifle with iron sights. I really wish you could do that, because I'd like to do that. Okay, and could you send us an invite to that session, by the way, Brandon, whenever you get the chance?
And me too, if you can.
There's what?
And if you could invite me, if you can.
Okay. White Stallions in Vice City Stories. Is that a car? What do you mean, Mario? Stop calling us GTA fanboys. Who's calling you a GTA fanboy? I don't understand. Will you ever do any of the Halo games? Maybe, but I don't know the Halo storyline that well. I beat some of the Halo games. I beat them, like, at my friend's house. And so I remember a bit of it. I remember you Master Chief, you play as that guy, and then you fight, like, the Flood, which is, like, this parasitic zombie infection thing. And then, like, you fight the Covenant, which they wanted to, like, this Halo ring in space that they consider it like a religious symbol or something like that, but it's really like a doomsday weapon. And so that's the only thing I really remember about the story in Halo. I don't remember much more than that. The group that you fight in the mission, the bum deal, this is like a gang then? I would have to look this up exactly. Let me see who these guys are. Oh, those guys. Oh man. Yeah, those guys were, I remember that now. Those guys were just, really bad guys. That mission was a bit funny, though. Almost 300 likes in the live stream. Well, thank you, guys. Thank you, everybody who's liked this stream. 6. Okay, so you said 6 is the max, right, TJ, including myself?
Yeah.
So
it
no
is.
one else can join right now?
No.
Okay,
unfortunately.
well, Jonathan, it was just Brandon and Venturous were here before, so the second that somebody leaves, I will invite both you and Carlos if there's 2 spots open. Okay, let me start with this posse here. Oh wait, actually, let me disband the posse right now here. Brandon, you said you needed to sell, right? Why don't you do that right now? Because what Venturous needs money, so that would help him get a lot of money quick. The thing is that that situation with Forbes, like, that could have been handled much better than what it was currently. Like, you know, Vic was kind of stupid in that situation too, because what Vic should have done, or Lance even, is they should have told Forbes, okay, if you're telling the truth, one of us will stay here and watch you, and if the other guy doesn't come back, you're done. And you would have seen that Forbes would have changed his tune really quickly if they did that. But it was just stupid for both of them just to leave Forbes tied up there and then just to go to those places, because he sent them to the dealers where Lance got kidnapped on the ship, and then to the bar where they got attacked. One of my favorite characters with GTA Vice City's Big Mitch Baker. Oh yeah. He doesn't appear much in the game, but he's a pretty cool guy. I like the part where he says to Tommy that, like, oh, you know, this family looks after its own. We don't ask a man to do a man to do the hard work and then let him do 15 years hard time. Yeah, I have noticed that, Alien. Yeah, if you do the bad ending with him, he just basically calls them both traitors and doesn't attempt to fight back. What makes a GTA villain good in your opinion? Some form of a betrayal, making them intimidating, scary, unpredictable. Like Dimitri. Dimitri, I think, is the perfect GTA villain. So is Tenpenny. Maybe I will, Pyro, we'll see. I'll have to read it. I know my friend sent it to me this morning, but I didn't get a chance to read it. Okay, we got over your camp here, Brandon. Ooh. Thank you, Nathan, for that super chat. Love your videos. You're my favorite YouTuber. Thank you. Thank you, Cog, and thank you, Pierston. Can you ask Saucer to invite me to the chat? Okay, but we're not really talking much in the party though, Pierston. I'm just focusing mostly on the stream. Do you still want an invite to the party though? Oh, there's just a lot of people that are posting at once, Legendary Pyro, so it's a little hard for me to read everyone's message. But just know that I'm I'm trying to read as many comments as I can. Oh yeah, Eddie Lowe is the most insane character in the GTA games.
Smell that stew?
What do you prefer, dual wield Navy revolvers or Dual Master C96? Navy revolvers. Yeah. possibly, but I don't think they'll do Carter City in the next GTA game. All we know is that Manhunt is in the same universe as GTA, so it's canon. So all the GTA characters exist in the Manhunt universe, and all the Manhunt characters exist in the GTA universe. It takes place in the same universe. That's the only thing we know about that. There's no proof that Red Dead Redemption takes place in the same universe as GTA, though, because they mention like New York and Chicago, which New York we know is Liberty City and GTA. Yup, Mario. Marty was the Marty was like one of the scummiest characters ever. It's just the second that I met Marty when I played as a kid, I wanted to kill him from like right away, and I was so happy when you finally got to kill him, and that part shows us how bad of a guy Marty is. Like when he kidnaps his wife, like that was just that scene was just really dark. Speak about what the FBI do. The FBI is Federal Bureau of Investigation. They handle federal crimes in the U.S. FBI will be involved in high-profile cases or terrorism. Terrorism in the U.S. FBI can be involved in that. The FBI were the people that got the Boston bomber. What about the paintings in Cayo Perico? They had the German kids in them from story mode. I know, and I made a video on that. That's El Rubio's grandfather, is the kid. And so I guess maybe that makes it that it's somehow in the same universe. I don't know. I remember I made that video. Yeah, you did remind me of that. But I don't know. Oh, Brandon, can you give me back the I accidentally hit square. Okay. Who's the worst backstabber, Lance Vance, Big Smoke, or Billy Gray? I would say Lance Vance. I know some people are gonna say Big Smoke, but I would say Lance Vance because Tommy did everything to help Lance out, and Lance just screwed him over. So I would say Lance still. Thank you, Jacob, for the super chat. Yeah, he'll earn a decent amount from this Brandon, and that'll help him with his moonshine business. So he'll give you like over 300 bucks for this venturist. Will help you out. It's good that we can sell this without having to worry about getting blown up constantly.
It's crazy how this can happen in Red Dead. You can make your own private lobby and sell on it. But if this happens somehow in GTA Online, they would take it out instantly.
Yeah, but also notice how the when people try to join this session, it says that the session's a private session. So it's like Rockstar has that feature in there, but they're not using it. So they even have a pop-up for that.
Good attention to detail right there.
Love your hat, thank you, man. Oh, my friends did it. It's something with the poker table, I don't know, but no, my friends did the private lobby. And all I have to do is accept an invite. hat looks like Hosea's hat, and that's good. Since you're a wise man. Well, thank you, code name. Marty is an adulterer, a predator, an abuser, a racist, a homophobe. Oh my god, he really angered me when he was on screen, even if I've never played Vice City Stories besides once on a cousin's PSP. Yep. Marty was designed as a character for you to hate him. He was just a really bad, like, guy. Vic hated Marty the second he met him. Most evil thing every GTA protagonist did. CJ ruining Mad Dog's life. Claude is bringing people to Marty Chunks, the serial killer, to be cut up in the dog food factory. Tommy Vercetti.
Up that neighborhood.
Well, that was Tony. Tommy,
Yeah,
the most evil thing Tommy Vercetti did was starting a gang war between the Cubans and the Haitians, and then profiting from both sides. The most evil thing Tony Cipriani did was destroying Fort Staunton, killing thousands of people. The most evil thing Vic did? I can't really think of what would be the most worst thing that Vic did. I don't know, really. I'd say probably the most evil thing Vic did is maybe like extorting the businesses. The worst thing Nico did. Killing Goldberg, that lawyer who was trying to prosecute like McCreary for a corruption. Yeah, I hope they give us something too, Brandon. You know, I have I'm approaching like $200,000 in this game. And yet, like, there's still nothing to buy on this game. And I'm sure there's people watching this that have more money than me even in this game. There's some people I know that have over $1 million. Like, TJ, you have like $2 million now, right?
Yeah, my main character is 2.3 million on it.
2.3 million. That's crazy. You could buy everything in the game like 2 times, I think.
I already own everything in the game.
Even all the clothes?
How much did you
Pretty
play?
much. Except for like some of the limited stuff, yeah. That you can't
Don't you have like 1,000 gold now?
I have almost 4,000.
4,000 gold and over $2 million. It's like, damn. And and the thing is though, is that is totally understandable, because Rockstar has brought nothing into the game to buy, like nothing. And so because of that, people just grind and grind and grind and save up all this money for nothing to spend it on. Have you heard of the hot coffee controversy in San Andreas? Yes, I did, Mario. I'm aware of that controversy. Yeah, it'd probably be Johnny will be killing the first steps. Lewis working for Rocco, I guess. There will be something for Red Dead to keep your head up. Well, I hope you're right. There might be something right. There might be something for it. Scarface remake? Nah, I don't think that's gonna happen. Oh, if Nico killed Dwayne, yeah, that'd probably be the worst thing he did. But I don't think it's canon that Nico killed Dwayne. Are you bored of this game? No, I like playing it with friends. And I also like chatting to you guys. Like, Friday nights are kind of fun because we can, like, I can play this game and we can all hang out and talk. And some people, like, you know... Oh, no. Oh, please. Oh, damn. Brandon, I'm really sorry. That's such a... my bad. I'm sorry, Brandon. That's just really stupid for the horse to get stuck on something that stupid. Like that. And I was so close to McFarlane's ranch. I'm sorry, Brandon. I messed up. But that's so stupid that the horse can, like, it's just on that. Damn. That really sucks. I was so close. I'm sorry. Yeah, it is stupid. Brandon, are you here? Oh, thank you, Chaz, for the for sponsoring my channel. Still, thanks, man. The Love Fist concert with the bikers protecting them was based on the Altamont concert in 1969, headlined by the Rolling Stones. Well, Brandon, I mean, you could leave if you want to retry it, but I wouldn't because we were just right here, like right next to it, because then we'd have to make that long drive again, I mean, unless you really want to. I have a moonshine to sell, so I can just invite you to that, so you can just get money from that as well. Easy money. And yeah, I know that, Jacob. There was when the Rolling Stones got the Hells Angels to, it was the Hells Angels, I think, right? To get them to provide security, and then they got into a huge fight with people in the audience. Yeah, this is what, one thing I don't like about the wagons is, like, that they can, like, something like that can happen to horse trips, and then the wagon just, you know, completely falls apart. Is Claude a psychopath? Yes, he is. Claude is the only GTA protagonist who's a psychopath. None of the other GTA protagonists are psychopaths. Only Claude. Not even Trevor's a psychopath. Scarface and the Godfather remaster? I would love that, but is there any proof of that actually happening? Okay, let me sell my moonshine, and I'll invite everybody to that right now. Pro, what do you think of Rockstar no longer calling the new GTA update expanded and enhanced instead just a port to new consoles? I don't know. Why they decided to change it now? I guess they were trying to make it seem fancy, and I guess they probably realized people weren't gonna buy that title anymore, and they decided to keep it for just GTA 5. Okay.
I'm just in the middle of something.
Okay, I just started up my posse.
I have finished this batch. We can sell it when you like her.
Okay, Brandon and Venturis has joined the posse too. I gotta invite Venturis here. Posse invites locked. Venturis, you have to leave one of your posses. Go into posses, leave one of your persistent posses, because you're in too many right now for me to invite you. Evilest thing the GTA 5 protagonist did? For Trevor, it's simple. The evilest thing Trevor did was when he killed, his... What's the guy's name? The guy that kind of dresses like the punk rocker that follows, Wade? Was that his name? No, Carl wasn't a psychopath. A psychopath has no conscience. They don't care about anyone. Carl has people he cares about. Floyd. No, Wade. What people say that Trevor killing Floyd and Deborah is the worst thing that he did, but Trevor might not have killed Floyd. He killed Deborah though. Deborah might have killed Floyd, but the worst thing that Trevor did. Does somebody have their mic on, by the way? Okay. I'm sorry. I just hear my voice repeating. But the worst thing that Trevor did is when he killed Wade's friends. So Trevor took Wade's friends to like a quarry, and then Wade never saw his friends again. So that was the worst thing that Trevor did.
Excuse me. I do not wish to complain, but the price for the ingredients...
Do Carl Johnson, Luis Lopez, and Vic Vance qualify as sociopaths? Possibly. I don't know sociopaths as well as psychopaths, but I can kind of tell when a character's a psychopath. What do you think of the Rolling Stones? I never really listened to their music. I know they're a popular band. They make some good songs.
I have some ideas. I was wondering when you were going to get here. This is a good batch, of course. They are all good batches, but this one is superior, eh?
Wait, the in-game media state that Deborah and Floyd kill each other, and they don't know about Trevor though. Trevor could have staged the scene.
Now all you have to do is to be attentif, eh? Seigneur, ayez pitié.
Okay, this should be really easy. Simple delivery here. And you guys get paid for this too. Psychopaths do things that only benefit themselves, yep. Oh, Jonathan, where'd you go? You went off? No, I'm doing it very soon, Legendary Pyro. My channel update is gonna be up very soon. I'm sorry, I've just been really busy for like a lot of things, but I haven't forgotten about the channel updates, and I'm gonna do it soon. So just please be patient with me, man.
Ever think maybe there's lights out?
Can I have a channel update soon, very soon. I just been busy with so many things. I think I lost a bottle there, or whatever. What do you mean though? I do channel updates almost every every month. I just been a little bit delayed recently, but I do them almost every month. Is it weird that I enjoy GTA 3 Definitive Edition? You mean more than the original? No. GTA 3 Definitive Edition looks better than the original, and GTA 3 Definitive Edition for the most part was the one that worked the well. Vice City had a few glitches in it, San Andreas had a ton, but GTA 3 I know was the one that worked the best out of all of them. So no, GTA 3 had the least amount of problems, and it was decent. Who's the weakest GTA protagonist as in poorly written? I don't know, maybe, I guess you could say Claude. But, I still like Claude in a way. People say he has no personality, but I just don't agree with that. Thank you, Jacob, for that super chat. Do you think Rockstar will ever do something with Red Dead Online? We'll have to see. But they owe us an explanation on why this game hasn't been getting updates. Guys, in four months from now, it's going to be when we have 4 months from now. If there's no update, it's going to be like a year since we've gotten an actual update. 4 months from now. Yeah, I remember that too, Mario. Why did Saints Row change? It changed for stupid reasons. Because the developers got tired of people constantly comparing it to GTA and calling it a GTA clone.
Well, hey there. It's nice to see you again.
I think I'm gonna play some poker right here, so I'm just gonna go to game chat, but I'll be back in the party after this, guys. You should go. You should go work at Rockstar. Rockstar is not gonna hire me. No.
Alright, let's play some poker.
Sorry, I'm just a little tired. For a new player, it gives me time to catch up, I guess. But you know, people are generally kind of pissed with what's going on. Eating in the car, watching pro stream, big fan. Well, thank you, Max. Do you think people choose to be good naturally or by motive? Or both? I think it's generally like, I think it's a combination of being raised the right way and also, you know, and also choosing to do the right thing. because there's kids that are born to, like, you know, families that are criminals. If their parents are criminals, they're probably gonna be a criminal themselves. But then there's other kids that are born to, like, you know, they're born to bad parents, but they turn out to be good people. And then there's kids that are born to good parents, but turn out to be evil people. So there's I would personally say Tony Cipriani is the weakest GTA protagonist. I don't know. You know, I think he does have some good backstory as well. Holding on this. Have you ever noticed the Liberty Rock Radio logo on a building near Unit 124 Popular Street Garage in La Mesa? No, I haven't, Mario. Well, thank you for the super chat, man. But thank you, Jacob and Mario. Thank you guys for the super chats. I think that Tony Cipriani was, because Tony Cipriani, you have to understand, was based on Tony Soprano, so that's who he's based on, and his mother is based on Livia Soprano. People are molded by their environment. Some people make the best of it, and others let it destroy them. The thing is, though, is that there are people that are even born into, like, you know, like, even, like, for instance, like, I'll give you a perfect example. Like, there are people that are, like, born in North Korea even, and they have, like, no contact with the outside world, and all they know is just government propaganda. And there are people that are able to see through that still. Even despite having no contact with the outside world, they're able to see that what they're being told by the government isn't true. So there's, like, people that I would say have, like, good instinct about themselves. Psychopaths pretend to be nice. A psychopath's actual personality is a monster. Oh, yeah. Hey, Pro, what's for dinner? I don't know what I'll eat tonight. Maybe I'll make tacos. I'll have to see. Yeah, I'm gonna fold here. Not risking this. If he has bad cards, I'm gonna know he's bluffing. He went in with that. Yep, he's bluffing. What the? 4 6s. Okay. Have you ever been to a casino? No. Shrimp and fish tacos are top tier tacos in my opinion. Thank you, Mr. Waifu. I don't... Oh no, I had shrimp tacos once. They were good, yeah. I did have them once. Okay, here we go. I undercooked my burger. That's the most, I personally think that's the most frustrating thing about cooking, is when you're scared you undercooked something and then you gotta put it back in and start cooking it again, or you overcook it. You cook it too much to the point it's not edible anymore. And so that's what I find the most frustrating about cooking. Oh, you did, Mario. What did he say? The difference is that Tony Soprano is a gang boss, and Tony Cipriani is a gang boss lapdog. Well, about Tony Cipriani's, like, about his like personality is he's always loyal. Like even to his mom, even though his mom called out a hit on him.
They hung that fella who stole a bag of flowers from the general store. Guess that's one way to cure a man of hunger.
Well, I ain't the least surprised.
I got this. He has no chance to beat me.
You hear about that old rancher? Got stomped to death by one of his cows. You never go the way you hope to, do you?
I know I did.
Hey,
Yeah, how you making out?
good as you can be.
I still can't believe Tony's therapist never got caught. Did she do anything illegal? I do know this though, that the police, it's illegal for the police to bring in the therapist, because if the therapist cannot disclose certain things that the patient says, unless they're really dangerous. But the police can't just generally ask the therapist what he generally talks about. Do I know math? A little bit, but I'm not good at math.
They raised the prices at the saloon. Didn't bother to scrub the blood out of the floorboards, though.
That's what they're saying.
Thanks for helping me get the upgrade, Patrick. I'm gonna head off as it's 3:07 for me as I'm in the UK. Okay, thank you, Ripper. Thank you for stopping by, and I'll see you then, man. Take care, okay?
The other day, I watched two fellas line up for a duel. Draw iron.
Marvel Spider-Man, maybe I'll do a playthrough of it one day.
Kinda took the wind out of their sails.
Won't be the last time either.
I personally think that the Hitman Tony's mom sends after him is probably professionals from GTA Online, same as for the Phil Collins missions. No, the Phil Collins missions, that was the Forelli crime family, and the GTA 5 takes place in the HD universe, where the old GTA games take place in the 3D universe. Yeah, I shouldn't have went in with that dollar. Whatever. Okay, Brendan. Yeah, they should have poker tournaments in this game. That would be a lot of fun. And they should add Liar's Dice. That was a lot of fun. Oh, Gilly Master thought it was cool. Oh, okay, Mario.
Good as you can be.
Yeah, I heard about the explosion in the nuclear power plant. I think it was only like an administration building, so thankfully the power plant, the actual reactors in it didn't get hit. Hey Pro, hope you're doing well. I'm doing good, Vince. How are you?
How you doing?
Liar's Dice was a lot of fun. It was a great one.
Well, keep your chin up.
Posse riding through town last week, dragging
Ace and a
up the
jack.
song for my goddamn rope.
I'm getting used to seeing more bad than good.
Not good here. If somebody has a three, they can have triples or 3 threes. Even though I have good cards here, I'd have nothing matching. Yeah, nothing's matching. This is not good.
These new bandsaws they got us working with.
Well, it's horrible, Mario. And the thing is, we still don't know to this day how much of that stuff is actually made in those shops. Oh, did I actually win that? Okay, then.
Oh man, a couple counties over. See his gun so loud it cracks a shot like lightning.
Is that so?
What is funny is in the 3D GTA games is when you get to 6 stars in the military sends in tanks, but you don't use the cannon. Instead, they try to run you over. Oh, right. You're right on that, JD. They don't use the cannon. They just try to run you over. I completely forgot about that. Okay, I see you, Brandon. Take care, man.
Business is good. The more people moving here, the better it gets.
That is just the way it is.
High card. It's an okay card.
Yep.
Death the other day. Saw blade come loose.
Gonna fold here.
I wish I was surprised.
It's disturbing that the sweatshops are saving are for saving profit. Yeah, profit at people's health, people's health and well-being. And the Chinese government has done nothing to stop it. I'm very excited to see the lore video of Lance Vance's betrayal. That video will eventually be up, Jacob, and it's going to be one of my best works. Maybe I'll do a stream, but I'm gonna do a single player in videos, though.
That's what they're saying.
Sorry, everyone. I'm just a little tired. Let's see what cards we get here. Slow and steady, T. Slow and steady. Yep, that's from GTA 5 prologue mission. Ace and a 3. Okay, we might get something here. Let's see. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I'm just a little tired. I woke up a few times this morning. Like, I slept. I tried to sleep for like 7 hours, but I woke up after like 4 hours of sleep, and I couldn't go to sleep for like another hour, and then I fell asleep again. So I'm sorry. I'm just a little tired, everyone. I apologize. Do you remember what the Enforcer enemies type looked like in Watch Dogs? And so, what do you think of the heavy armored suit they used? They had like that big like armor all around them, almost like a Juggernaut in Call of Duty, and they had like the big, you know, kind of like glass face cover mask, like a gas mask. Ace and 3, and I got nothing here. I mean, just look at Activision, Mario. Like, Activision, Activision just condemned that one, guy. He won that Activision tournament, and he just said free Hong Kong, and they tried not to give him the prize money over that.
I think my suppliers are cranking off the top. Count came up short again.
Just when I thought I heard it all.
I just want to see if I can get one hand one here. Oh, some people are going to lose some money here. Yep. I think Johnny from The Lost and Damned is a very underrated protagonist. Yes, he is. And I'm still pissed about what Rockstar did to him. They should have never done that. That was so stupid what they did to Johnny.
Gordon's still sore over me beating his ass in poker. Swears I was cheating. I just called bluff. Naturally.
Great stream, Pro. Glad I finally caught one of these. I just started law school, and I've been so busy. Yep, it can be a bit overwhelming. I got 2 diamond cards. I don't understand why they brought in Johnny as the curbside stomp him. They probably wanted to introduce Trevor that way, in a unique way that he kills a previous GTA character.
Rumors going around again about this jade mask. Mumbo jumbo, if you ask me.
Sounds like I heard what you heard.
Yep.
Damn, not another pair again.
Lawman, a couple counties over. See his gun so loud it cracks a shot like lightning.
Man, nothing good here. Terrible cards. Have I heard of Wings of Redemption? I've heard that name thrown around a bunch. I know people make like memes making fun of him, but I don't know much about him. Okay, I think I'm gonna wrap up the stream here, guys. I'm just a little tired myself. And when I get some rest and get something to eat, I'll continue working on my lore video on San Andreas and try to have that up as soon as I can, and also my Saints Row lore video when I can. Hey.
The other day,
yeah, I'm
line up for a duel. Draw irons.
Yeah, so do those 2 videos. Is Georgie Chin a sociopath in Watch Dogs? In a way. I mean, he does care for Aiden a bit, but he kills with like no remorse. Yeah, and the way that they killed Johnny off was just stupid. But I'll still stick around and answer questions for a few minutes before I go. So if you guys want to ask me anything before I go, I'll still answer any questions for a few minutes. Thank you, JD, for that super chat. Thank you, Saucer Cats. No, I haven't watched a Hulk movie. Thank you, Nicholas. What do you think of Led Zeppelin? I know the band, but I don't remember any of their music, though. I know they're a rock band. Thank you, TJ. I played Metal Gear Solid 2, and I tried the demo for Metal Gear Survive when that was out, but that was a disaster. I missed the entire stream. Sorry, you don't have to apologize. Watch whenever you want, man. If you exploit people in sweatshops overseas in countries like China, they, well, yeah, it's yeah, and a lot of the stuff that these corporations do, Mario, is it's a lot of this stuff is politically motivated. It's just look at the Activision thing when they just refuse to call out the Chinese government on that. Another awesome stream, Pro. Your streams always make my day. Well, thank you, Al Nobleman. Played 2 hours, not 3. Well, the next stream will be a little longer. I'm sorry. I'm just a little exhausted today, guys. I just didn't sleep well last night. But the next stream, I promise, will be longer, and not only will it be longer, but I'll start earlier next Friday. So I will. Why do you play so much poker? I don't on the stream. I play poker at the end of the stream, but I like to play a little bit of it. Do I work out? Yes, I do. I work out every other day at the gym, and then every other day besides that, I try to swim also, the indoor pool. Yeah, I'll play I'll play Red Dead Revolver one day. Pierston, I think your mic is on. I can just hear myself repeating, but it's okay. I guess I'll be wrapping it up here. Yeah, the cops in the older GTA games are really aggressive.
Alright. Oh, wait, that's on my phone.
But I guess I'll be going here, guys. Don't exhaust yourself on our account, Professional. Get rest if you need to. Thank you, man. Out of all the families in Godfather, which one is the most fit and active? The Corleones. Besides the Corleones, the Barzinis. Thank you, JD. Thank you, Carlos. Thank you, and I hope everybody has a great weekend. Thank you, guys, and I'll see you guys on the next one, and I'll have those lore videos up for you guys as soon as I can. Thank you guys for watching. Take care, everyone.